This time we're going up and away.
Up and away.
Exactly. We are into the Sikorsky Black Hawk helicopter.
Nice.
It's pretty iconic. I mean, if you think military helicopter, you probably think Black Hawk.
Oh, for sure. It's definitely one of the most recognizable aircraft out there.
So we've got some great material from Lockheed Martin, some articles about the Black Hawk, and we're going to uncover some things you might not know about this aircraft.
Sounds good. I'm ready to dive in.
All right, let's do it. So I think most people, when they picture a Black Hawk, they're probably thinking about troops being transported or maybe dramatic rescues.
Yeah, those are the classic Black Hawk missions for sure.
But these articles mention a whole family of Hawk Tigerians doing all sorts of things.
Right. The core design is so adaptable. You can modify it for all sorts of missions. Firefighting, submarine hunting, even
Hold on, submarine hunting.
Yeah, they have a version equipped with sensors specifically for detecting submarines. It's pretty amazing.
Wow. So instead of having a different helicopter for every job, they can just modify the Black Hawk.
Exactly. It's all about multi-role platforms these days. More efficient and cost-effective.
Makes sense. But to handle all those different jobs, this thing must be built like a tank.
It is incredibly tough. There's actually a story from Operation Urgent Fury back in '83. A Black Hawk took 29 direct hits from enemy fire.
29.
29 hits, and it still managed to bring its crew back safely.
That's insane.
Right, it just goes to show how well engineered these helicopters are.
No, it can take a beating. But why is that level of resilience so important? It's not like every mission involves flying through a war zone, right?
Well, you have to think about operating in all sorts of harsh environments. Mountainous terrain, disaster zones. You need a platform that can handle the unexpected.
And keep going no matter what.
Exactly. Reliability is key, both for mission success and for the safety of the crew.
I can definitely see why they're so popular. The articles mention different models for the U.S. and for international sales.
Yep. You've got the UH-60M, which is primarily for the U.S. Army and countries buying through foreign military sales. And then there's the S-70 family, which is designed for international sales with U.S. approval.
So the Black Hawk is kind of a global ambassador?
You could say that. It's flown by dozens of countries around the world. And there's even an S-70I model that's built in Poland.
Wow. Okay, so we've talked about its history, its versatility. Now let's talk about the future.
The future.
You mentioned submarine hunting. But these articles also talk about something even more futuristic. Self-flying helicopters.
Ah, yes. Optionally piloted, they call it.
Optionally piloted. So how is that different from like a drone?
Good question. With the drone, you've got someone on the ground controlling it remotely. But an optionally piloted helicopter can actually fly a mission on its own.
By itself?
Well, it can operate autonomously, but a human pilot can always take control if needed.
So it's like having a really advanced autopilot.
Kind of, but much more sophisticated. It uses all sorts of sensors, LiDAR, radar cameras, to build a 360-degree picture of its surroundings.
So it can see where it's going and avoid obstacles.
Exactly. And it can make decisions based on real-time data, almost like a human pilot would.
That sounds incredibly complex.
Yeah.
Like a whole lot of technology packed into one helicopter.
It is. And the real challenge is developing artificial intelligence that can handle the complexities of flight safely and reliably.
That's going to be a lot of pressure on the engineers.
For sure. But the potential benefits are huge. I mean, imagine a Black Hawk that can fly a resupply mission into a dangerous area without risking a human crew.
That would be a game changer.
Yeah.
So optionally piloted Black Hawk Hawks. What are some of the advantages they could offer?
Well, for one thing, they could be more affordable because you don't need as many human pilots.
Right, so you're saving money on training and personnel.
Exactly. And you can deploy them in situations where it might be too risky to send a human pilot.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What about reliability? Do you think these autonomous systems could be more reliable than human pilots?
Yeah. Potentially, machines don't get tired or make mistakes due to fatigue. So in theory, they could perform missions with a higher level of precision and consistency.
So we've got affordability, expanded capabilities, increased reliability. What about safety?
Safety is obviously the top priority, and engineers are working hard to build in multiple layers of redundancy. So if one system malfunctions, there are backups in place.
So it's like having a whole bunch of virtual co-pilots constantly double-checking everything.
You could think of it that way.
Yeah.
But even with all those safeguards, there's still a level of risk involved, right? I mean, we're talking about machines making life or death decisions. That's where the optionally piloted part comes in. You always have the option of having a human pilot on board ready to take control if needed.
So it's about finding that balance between the benefits of autonomy and the reassurance of human oversight.
Exactly.
Right.
It's not about taking humans out of the loop entirely. It's about giving them the best tools and support.
So what kind of training would a pilot need to fly one of these optionally piloted Black Hawks?
It would definitely require a whole new skill set. Pilots would need to understand the autonomous systems inside and out.
So they can trust the technology.
Exactly. And they'd need to know how to transition smoothly between autonomous and manual control if the situation called for it.
So it's not just about flying the helicopter anymore, it's about managing a complex system.
Right. It's a shift towards a more supervisory role for the pilot.
Makes you wonder how all this will change the world of aviation, both military and civil.
Oh, absolutely. The potential applications are huge.
Like what? Give me an example.
Well, in the military, you could use optionally piloted Black Hawks for resupply missions in dangerous areas.
So you wouldn't have to risk sending a human crew.
Exactly. Or you could use them for reconnaissance or surveillance gathering intel without putting pilots at risk.
That makes a lot of sense. And what about civilian uses?
Think about things like aerial surveying, inspecting power lines, or even search and rescue in remote areas.
I could see how that would be a game changer, especially for those really dangerous rescue missions.
Right. And because these helicopters are so reliable, they could potentially save a lot of lives.
It all sounds pretty amazing. But I'm sure there are some challenges too.
Oh, definitely. One of the biggest is ensuring that these autonomous systems are safe and reliable.
Which is obviously critical when you're talking about aircraft.
Absolutely. We need robust algorithms that can handle all sorts of unforeseen circumstances.
So the helicopter needs to be able to think on its feet, so to speak.
Exactly. It has to be able to adapt and make decisions in real time, just like a human pilot.
That's where the AI comes in, right?
Right. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are key to making this technology work.
It's a lot to figure out.
It is. But researchers are making incredible progress every day. We're getting closer and closer to the reality of safe and reliable autonomous flight.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
But there's also the ethical side of things to consider.
You're right. We're talking about machines making decisions that could have life or death consequences.
Exactly. So how do we make sure this technology is used responsibly?
Well, for starters, we need to develop clear, ethical guidelines and safeguards.
So there are rules in place to govern how these autonomous systems are used.
Exactly. And we need to make sure that human oversight remains a core principle.
So it's not just about letting the machines do whatever they want?
Definitely not. It's about striking that balance between the benefits of autonomy and the importance of human judgment.
This is a really important point, I think. Because technology is a tool. And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
I agree. It's up to us to decide how this technology is developed and implemented.
And that's a conversation we need to have as a society.
Absolutely. We need to be open and honest about the potential benefits and risks of autonomous technology and work together to make sure it's used ethically.
You know, we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have, from the Black Hawk's origins as a military workhorse to its potential future as a self-flying machine.
It's amazing to see how this helicopter keeps pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
It really is a testament to human ingenuity.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder what other surprises might be in store for the Black Hawk.
Right. What other incredible capabilities might it acquire in the future?
The possibilities are truly limitless.
It really is amazing when you think about it. This helicopter has been around for decades and is still at the forefront of aviation technology.
It's a classic design, but it's constantly evolving.
Exactly. And that's what I find so fascinating. We often think of innovation as these big, flashy new inventions.
Right.
But the Black Hawk shows us that you can innovate within existing frameworks.
Yeah. You don't always have to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes it's about taking something that works and making it even better.
So they built a solid foundation, and then they keep adding new layers on top of it.
Precisely. And that brings us back to those optionally piloted helicopters.
Right. Self-flying Black Hawks. It's
Yeah.
mind-blowing stuff. But what do you think are some of the biggest challenges in actually getting this technology out there and into widespread use?
Well, I think one of the first hurdles will be regulation. Yeah, aviation authorities around the world will need to develop clear guidelines and standards for these autonomous aircraft.
Makes sense. We can't just have them flying around without any rules.
Exactly. There needs to be a framework in place to ensure safety and accountability.
So it's not just about the technology itself. It's about the whole ecosystem around it.
Right. And then there's the issue of public perception.
Right. People might be a little hesitant about the idea of a helicopter flying itself.
Understandably so. I mean, it's a big change. So building trust and demonstrating the safety and reliability of these systems will be crucial.
So it's a multi-pronged approach. You've got the technology, the regulations, the public perception, It's a lot to juggle.
It is. But I think it's all manageable with the right collaboration and communication.
This has been an incredible deep dive. I feel like I've learned so much about the Black Hawk and about the future of aviation.
It's been a pleasure sharing my insights with you. It's always exciting to talk about a technology that has so much potential.
Well, thank you for joining us today. And for our listeners who are eager to learn more, I encourage you to keep exploring the world of autonomous aircraft. It's a rapidly evolving field that's sure to bring about some amazing innovations in the years to come.
Absolutely. The future of aviation is looking very interesting.
So until next time,